Hello, and welcome back to Xpwaste, where I'm contributing to my bingo team's board by being the most handsome. Hi, I'm Oxie.
And I'm Michael. I love that intro. If you're new around here, welcome to Xpwaste. Thank you for tuning in. We're an old school Runescape podcast. We'll talk about things happening in the game, things we're doing in the game updates, tangents, lots of tangents, so buckle up for that. And they won't always be RuneScape tangents either. You may hear my favorite co-host here talking about dinosaurs occasionally.
You may hear my favorite co-host talking about Bluey, the show for children.
It's bound to happen, folks. If you're not new around here, as always, welcome. We're so glad you're here. And it's a good day for podcasting.
It's an okay day for podcasting. Don't lie to these people, Michael. It's an okay day for podcasting.
I'm happy today we're podcasting because today's Monday. A peek behind the curtain. We usually record on Sundays, and today's Monday. So Oxie and I took off like absolute degens. We took off of work so we can enjoy bingo, and we're both off of work today. My son is at daycare. Oxie's cat is doing something where he doesn't have to watch it. So, and, podcast daddies are free. So we're free to game. We're free to record. I'm killing thermonuclear smoke devil while we're recording. That's kind of a new one for me, doing some PVM while we're doing the podcast.
How the turntables. Michael is actively doing a Slayer boss, and I'm just like vibing at Irby the whole time.
What? The roles have been reversed. This is insane.
Yeah, I know. My team needs Hunter XP, and I'm going to record for the next anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. So
yeah, I would rather not do my Hunter XP because I am the the self-proclaimed skiller of the team, but I know that Fizzle also wants to get the herbivore pet, and it's a pretty AFK thing for people to do. I'm not going to take that away when I could be recording the podcast and doing something productive, because there's only a handful of us who have 93 Slayer even to go for the occult, and so I feel it'd be my duty to get this tile, or at least part of it, because I got the dark bow, unless that's a different tile. I can't remember.
No, it's the same one, because that's Candor and Killer, right?
I'm gonna pull up the board real quick.
Yeah, we should just keep a copy of the board. We'll put the board over the Xpwaste logo this episode, and it will just sit the entire time, so you guys will have an idea of what we're talking about. Because I'm sure we're gonna talk only about bingo. And why is that, Michael?
Because bingo season.
It's bingo season, but also there's nothing interesting that happened. There's one interesting thing that Michael and I can touch on briefly, but it's also gonna kind of be like beating a dead horse because we didn't talk about it last week. So. Yeah, I have been having to convince myself, you're contributing to the team. You're contributing to the team. I made that joke about being the most handsome because I think my name is on our master spreadsheet one time. I have contributed one drop, and it's not even a full tile. I got a Hydra task within the first 4 hours of bingo. And I'm one of 3 people on my team who can kill Hydra. And I have more Hydra KC than both of the other 2 people who have 95 Slayer combined. I think Jack and Clubs, a.k.a. Combobulation, who I know which is which now, and I'm not going to tell you. He got 95 just before bingo, and he got his first Hydra task when bingo started too.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just you're the captain. You're in charge of the high level tiles, the hard tiles. You're doing things for the team, but all I have is a Hydra heart for bingo. I'm please. So I'm trying to knock out some Hunter XP now. Hopefully the wise old man trackers are working. I feel I shouldn't do Hunter. Are they working now?
Yeah, I checked them.
Yeah, I was just because we had some issues with that the other night, but I just sort of let it go because the data team are far smarter than I am when it comes to setting up wise old man.
It's out of my hands. That's above my pay grade. I don't get paid enough to worry about data. So, love you guys.
I'm the exact opposite. I get paid enough that I can pay other people to worry about data. And by pay, I mean respect. Because we don't pay the people who do this stuff.
You know what? You want to know something really fun? There's a guy in our clan. His name is formerly PhD in runecrafting. His name is now Left Girlfriend 4 XP. Anyway, this man got 2 million woodcutting XP on day 1. absolutely knocked out the tile
Did he
by
just
himself.
two tick teaks the entire time?
I don't know the method, but he got it done. It's insane.
That's nutty.
Yeah. That's dedicated.
Yeah.
Well, he went from 78 million woodcutting XP to 80 million woodcutting XP. So like, he's pretty proficient in the cutting of wood. But I could never have that. I don't know. Like knocking out the entire tile by yourself seems like a lot of work. I've done some woodcutting.
It seems feasible to do if you're trying to do it like over the course of a week.
Yeah.
Like not in a day.
One day, sure.
So that's just kind of how I'm feeling with Hydra. Is like, man, I just got to get this task done, and I want nothing more than the jar, because I got the heart. I just need the jar to green log the boss. I need nothing more. All I want is the jar. I don't need a claw. I don't need a leather.
Money?
I'll take a claw, but I want a jar. Like so bad, I want a jar.
That'd be fun to green log it.
Yeah, it
what's
would
your
be, especially
total
during bingo.
What's your total KC now?
830 something. I think I'm gonna be at like 920 by the time this task is done.
Nice.
835. Yeah, I think I should be at 920 ish when the task is over. So,
Right on.
but no, I'm having a good time. I was pleased with the team I drafted, and now I'm even more pleased with the team I drafted. I think the first hour we had like 13 of our 15 players online.
Oh, wow.
When the event started.
That's awesome.
So like everyone is there.
Yeah.
Remember that guy I talked about last week? My
Yeah.
boy Bookie, the low level player?
Yeah.
Dude, he sniped the Corp KC with the Ruby Bolt procs.
No way.
Man was wearing blue D hide and sniped a Corp KC with the
That's
Ruby Bolts.
amazing. What did he get?
We were nothing good. We were just we were pretty excited about that. So we've been having a really good time this week.
That's awesome.
Doing tiles. Like I feel like most people have been learning a bunch of new content. We got to take some learners to Tob last night, which also felt really good to take learners to Tob and not feel like a learner myself. That was a nice change of pace.
You've upgraded. You've graduated.
I wasn't the one like laying out the rooms. I've done that before. I can explain the rooms pretty well, but I didn't have to do that last night because it was like 2:40 in the morning and I was pretty cooked. So I was just like e-girling and like doing the dance party emote while we were explaining Verzik.
Nice.
Like I think I got up during the Verzik explanation and like played with my cat.
Nice.
I'm gonna leave this to Fear because I can't right now.
I was up till 1:30 day one, which was kind of cool. I don't usually stay up that late, but
my weekend was a bit scuffed. I went home for a concert.
Yeah.
My sister and myself and my mom went to go see Louis Capaldi at the Masonic Temple in Detroit. Great venue for a show. Louis Capaldi, by the way, fantastic in concert, but he is just so funny on stage. He's
such the self-deprecating humor.
Dude, he is funny as hell on stage.
It's like, why are you guys here?
Exactly. We had a blast watching him, and like you look at him and then he speaks and then he sings and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's what a concert is basically like, but like I don't know, man. I just he's so good live. He's one of the like I tend to see two different types of concerts. The first kind is the like they're very talented and their stage show is off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ever seen Metallica? Holy shit. Metallica is nuts. I think that's the most pyrotechnics I've ever seen at a show ever. They had I went to see them for Atlas Rise way back a couple years ago, and they had a big like inflatable balloon on like, because we saw them at Comerica Park, so it was outdoors. They had this big inflatable balloon, and then during their fourth or fifth song, the balloon exploded. I don't mean like popped, like I mean like fire explosions exploded above the thing. It was part of the show that this balloon was meant to explode at the end of the song. It was nuts. And then like people like 21 Pilots also have shows like that where it's a lot of like lights and explosions and shit. But then you see other people, you know, like Hosier, Maggie Rogers, who are just so goddamn talented, but they like don't have a stage show at all.
Right.
Like I think Hosier just stood there for the entirety of his concert.
Yeah.
I don't even think there were like lights on his stage.
Whoa.
But goddamn, I could listen to people like that all day long. Lewis was one of those people.
Yeah.
Where like the raw talent, I hated his light show because there were so many strobe lights and like I'm not bothered by flashing lights. I was bothered by these.
Oh.
And I had to like turn away during the intro, but otherwise, it was a real good show. And I've missed quite a bit of Saturday bingo because of that show. And then on Sunday, we had a family dinner thing that kind of like came out of nowhere, I guess. Like we were on the way to Lewis, and then my aunt was like, "Come over tomorrow for food." And I'm like, I feel kind of obligated. Like we recently had a death in the family, so like I want to go and like support, and like it was a good time, but like it's always the debate of like, do I go home and spend the time doing what I took the days off to do, knowing how much work I've put into bingo, or do I just suck it up? And sucking it up almost always wins, because like it's really hard to explain to family like I'm going home to play RuneScape. I don't know if you've had this problem. Have you talked to Alicia about the work that goes into planning these things?
She knows. Yeah. She knows. Like we actually had a conversation recently about like next bingo, you need to like prioritize your time better, because the 2 weeks leading up to bingo, we didn't hang out. We didn't see each other almost at all.
Really?
Well, we just like we had our meetings. I think we met like the 2 weeks leading up to bingo. We met at least twice a week, twice per week. And it was like at least 5 hours. So the entire
It was
evening,
always late at night too.
Yeah.
Like we started like 8 p.m. and hop off call at like midnight.
Yep. So that entire evening, didn't see her. And then like when I wasn't in a bingo meeting, I was like making the board. So it took me like 3 or 4 nights to make the board. So outside of what you and I did together, I was still doing things. So, fall bingo, let's start like 2 months early instead of
3 weeks
early.
We started early. Like I think we got a pretty good head start on Springo. It's just I don't know why it takes us so long. I think we are a little bit too perfectionist with planning bingo.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But I think it ends up to be fantastic. Like people are having fun. So I think that the results speak for themselves.
Yeah.
But like I showed my sister our data entry system and like how like, Immortal and Tiki and all them have crafted like our way to like input drops and shit. And I was explaining the points and all these other things, and she was like, "Jesus Christ!" I'm like, "Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit more than just playing RuneScape. Like, it feels very strange to be like, no, guys, you don't understand how much we've put into this event. Don't know Nightmare Tile me bingo. Don't do that. We had to put the Gout Tuber on the board instead.
Yeah, Mauritania was. We haven't really explained the gimmick yet, but I'll give you the TLDR. We have 8 columns. All the columns are linked to a region. The board is on screen, so you see them.
Or combinations of regions.
Sure, combinations of regions, specific regions. And Mauritania, it was already pretty stacked without Nightmare. So we debated for a while on that one. It's like we want to have things for everyone. So that's why you'll see the locks on there. That's why you see the strange old lockpick, all the granite stuff from low level sweat, like all of it. So Nightmare just didn't seem to fit when we already had the raid dupe and the Tob unique. So yeah, I don't know. It would have been one of those like tiles at the end of the bingo where we look back and we're like, did anybody complete it?
Yeah,
because I know that people like
this
it.
This is how nerdy and sweaty we got. We combed through the damn data for the last 2 bingos to figure out how many teams actually completed the Nightmare tile. I think fall bingo we had like 250 players. 5 of our 13 teams completed it.
Which is not
for reference. Like 11 of our 13 teams completed the Theater of Blood tile. So like Nightmare uniques are gross.
Yeah.
We also cut Mimic too, which was a little sad.
Yeah.
We just had like just a few too many tiles for the event that we wanted. And someone's going to be throwing a fit because we have a Chompy tile on the board. Y'all knew we had to have Chompies coming.
Listen, if we don't have it next time, that's fine. But I don't think it's fun to have the same tiles reappear every single bingo. So like, when's the last time you saw a Gout Tuber tile on a bingo? Probably
the Gout Tuber
never.
Was actually fun as shit.
I saw you guys are doing it, and
we went we went with the entire team. I think we did KQ in the morning. We got hella spooned at KQ.
Nice.
From KQ we went to Corp. And then after we did Corp for like an hour or two, we're like, fuck it, let's get some dopamine. Let's do the Gout Tuber tile. And everyone came in full fashionscape with no helmets on, because that's the name of our team, is No Helm. And we dug for these Gout Tubers. It took like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But we were surrounding Taibo Village. And we all like, when someone finally found it, we all got together and like took a picture in front of the Gout Tuber.
Nice.
And so yeah, I had a blast with that one. So it's like, I don't know, if you guys are planning bingos out there, like if you have a little clan or you have a little group of friends, you know, don't be afraid to go outside the box with what some of the tile ideas are, because one thing we've learned over the years of planning this, because like we said last week, this is our like 7th or 8th bingo season we've done. When you look at the content on an individual level and think of it as solo content, things that I do and do not like to do, right? I hate Corp.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Cal Fight Queen. The first thing we did in bingo was Cal Fight Queen together. But when it was suggested, it was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go to Cal Fight Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately we went to Corp. We've been to Corp like 2 or 3 times at this point in a week. And it's a good time. You go with 5, 6, 7 people. You don't even hammer. You just fang spec the entire time. You know, you hit him with the classic, there's no way Corp hits a 26 and then end up on the floor right before you know, the monster dies. Like, when you look at content in RuneScape on a group level, like, is this going to be fun for me and a bunch of people to do together? It broadens what you can put on a board so much. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I think as long as it's trackable, it should be fair game to like consider. Because if it's not trackable, then you really run into the problem of like, well, how is this going to be fun to, like, not fun, but how is this going to be a thing that we can quantify? You know, thieving a blood shard, for instance, is, while it's still content that you can do, and you get a blood shard from it, you're not going to be able to tell that they got it.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't show up in the collection log or whatever.
So yeah, anything that is generally trackable is something that we're open to consider, even if it's a Gout Tuber, for instance.
Yeah, the Gout Tuber was actually pretty funny. I think we may have talked about it last week on the episode. I was so tired last week. I don't know if you guys could tell.
You checked out.
Got home.
I got home from fencing.
I got home from practice, and as I was driving home, Michael was like, I don't mean to alarm you, but we have to record an intro. And I went, damn it. so I just like, I was wearing my like hoodie. I don't even think I like took my fencing pants off for that episode. I think I just like slouched in my chair and was like, welcome back to Xpwaste. I'm dying. And then you started talking. I don't even know what you're talking about. I was so exhausted. I zoned out and like looked at my other monitor while you were discussing whatever. And then was like, oh shit, I was still recording. Like, I was cooked last week, so I don't remember if we said it or not. But when we discussed, like, I think I said it as a joke, like, let's make him get a Gout Tuber, you know, Gout Tuber account progression.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up, and like, there is a chat message that is like, you cut through the brush to reveal a strange plant, and I'm like, oh Michael, please, it's trackable, please, we have to put this on the board. So yeah, if you're planning a bingo, if you want to do something like this, whether it's, you know, a small thing with us at Xpwaste, if you want to put something on, I will say, if you want to put something on in TNL, it is gonna be a behemoth task. So tread lightly.
Yeah. Get ready for.
But do it with like.
Get ready for hundreds of people to sign up.
I mean, I feel like we have a poll in how many people sign up. Like, we say it on the show and we both say we're playing. So like, I feel like it, but like putting on any event, mind you, whether it's a bingo or otherwise, like, broaden your expectations basically of what could be fun to do with a group of people, because really you can have a hoot and a half playing bingo with just doing dumb shit. Like, I don't know. We're having a really good time. I'm having a really good time. Mima said trouble brewing. Frankly, I think trouble brewing, it can track. So like, the other issue when you're planning a bingo is it's kind of the antithesis to my last point, is you really have to think about how fun something is to do for a really long period of time. Like, you know, broaden your expectations in that, sending 9 people with infernal capes and shadows to go hunt down a gout tuber is pretty funny, and it doesn't take that long, right? Sending a team to get 5 Vorkath uniques, while Vorkath is objectively more enjoyable content, just becomes such a drag after a while because the content just takes forever. So Trouble Brewing is one of those, like, it's very trackable. You can give us before and after screenshots of your total points. Games take 20 minutes, and I don't think I've ever actually met anyone who knows how to play. It's not like Barbarian Assault where there's like a community of people you can watch like YouTube videos and get good at a specific role or whatever. I have no idea how to play Trouble Brewing, and we don't know how feasible some of these things are to get. Like, we could say get a fighter torso, and we know exactly how many points that is, and like we know what kind of time that takes. Get get 3 Trouble Brewing bandanas. Is that 40 hours of arguably the most boring minigame in the game? Is that fun to do?
And is it something that you can do as a team without requiring like other people? Because with BA, you can do it as a team and it's a team activity. But with Trouble Brewing, you're supposed to be facing another team. So it's not even like you can just hop in there solo, from what I understand.
Yeah, and that's another rough part about, like, it's like Castle Wars doesn't make the board either.
Right.
Because Castle Wars is dependent on another group of people. So you either A, have to coordinate with another bingo team and actually play Castle Wars for hours to get the amount of tickets that you need, or you have to go in with your friends on your team and boost Castle Wars for hours. And it's just so boring. So, like, while in some small instances it might be fun, I know it, like I said, it sounds like the antithesis to broaden your expectations, but like, really look at content and think, is this fun? Like, would this be a good time? And sometimes, finally, my last piece of advice, if you're planning an event, you have to remember the age-old adage, right? Me and TMD use this all the time. Sometimes Michael even will use it too. There's 2 words that'll really help with bingo planning. F**k 'em. Should we make him kill 1,500 chompy birds? F**k 'em. We absolutely should. It's a count progression. Should we make him get 10 fire capes? F**k 'em. It's a count progression. We absolutely should. Should we put a volcanic mine tile on there, even though it was tied for the most hated tile in King of the Hill bingo because Michael likes killing? F**k 'em. Or in Michael's case, frick 'em.
Frick 'em.
Frick 'em. We're going to put a VM tile on the board.
I've said the actual word once in that context.
It's almost always about volcanic mining.
I don't remember what tile it was, but it was definitely this bingo. It might have been the pickaxe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
The broken pickaxe.
We have fun planning it. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
So if you do it, broaden your expectations, prepare yourself for a lot of work, and just have fun, I guess.
Do you know what tile I got recently? I don't think.
How'd you get done?
I don't think you were online. I got Ranger boots.
Oh, you mother.
357. 367. 367 medium clues. So I'm kind of close to the 400, but yeah, I was not expecting that. I popped the casket open in Castle Wars, and it was me and Buckeyes. We were both doing medium clues on the same world. I did, I think, 10. I did 11 clues total for the boots this bingo. So thank you, Mima. When I started doing the clues, there was a good handful. There was 5 people in my VC. It was Fizzle, Butters, Butter 6000, Buckeyes, Taco Dog, and Rune Guy. And I told them at the start, when I started doing clues, I was like, guys, if I get Ranger boots, I'm going to give you all 2 mil. And I got Ranger boots, and then instantly 10 mil down the drain. So it was a mistake. Yeah. It was 38 mil total, which is nice. Gonna be a lot of sharks. Side tangent about cooking. Please, just give me the floor for a second. I'm very mad. I'm very, very mad. You can't tell by my tone of voice. But when I started banking sharks, and I should not have banked 100,000 of them. When I started banking sharks, they were buying for 550 each, and they were selling cooked. They were buying raw for 550, and they were selling cooked for 750, which is a lot of money for a shark. I should have recognized that. Now, a cooked shark is 550, and a raw shark is 350. So like I'm instantly 200 GP per shark down the drain, instantly. Unless
so now he has to cook them all to break even.
I have to cook them all to break even and not gain any money profit, or just wait and like sit on them until, some sort of content comes out that people are going to be, maybe Desert Treasure 2. I'll just save them. So I'm
so
mad.
What have we learned again?
Don't bank so many at a time.
Stop merching, Michael.
Don't for sure.
We got to take this man away from the Grand Exchange. Between this and the Armadillo before next, I think you've lost probably like hundreds of mil.
Well, I'm not going to lose any money. This isn't a lose situation. It's a break even, which is bad because at this point it was going to be like 30 mil that I would make.
I was just say, you lose the profit that you were supposed to make.
Yeah.
That's definitely a killer.
Yeah. But I got the Ranger boots, which is nice, and I got the dark bow. So those are the only 2 tiles that I've contributed, but I feel like they're pretty big ones. I want to give a shout out to my boy Taco Dog. He's not going to make it on the achievement of the week, so I want to shout him out now. But his really like his main boss that he's done is Vorkath. So I did Dragon Slayer 2, gain the confidence to boss. He's been grinding it. He got the Vorky pet at 107 KC and completed 2 tiles for us instantly.
What a man.
It's amazing. So shout out to you, Taco Dog. What a king. Mike with the oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't in Springo, I pity you. But there's the meme lord is here in our recording booth chat. Mike Ox Mall is posting memes in the recording booth chat now, and they're great. But bingo, I feel like my team is doing well. We're focusing on the Fremenic column right now because we're with Taco Dog's completion of Vorkath. It's really just the Venator shards, BA, and some Slayer, and that's about it. It's like we have to go to DKs a little bit for the rest of the non-rings drops, which is great. But other than Fremenic, we're doing pretty well in the desert column. We have not touched the wilderness. I posted in our group chat, hey guys, let's give the wilderness some love. And somebody said, wilderness scary. That's the sentiment, I guess.
I think over the weekend we brought up maybe 3 or 4 times, we want to go to like Venenatis or something. And then we kept remembering like, it's 3:00 on a Saturday.
Yep.
We're going to get if we go to Venenatis right now.
Yeah.
So we just haven't. But I think now that some of us have days off and we're in the middle of the week,
True,
we might be able to like do some serious wildy bossing. It's gonna be a good time. But
wildy tiles are not a weekend activity, unfortunately.
Oh, they can be. They really can be. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with bingo. It's going really well so far. I think my team is doing well, and I have to stress my team because I have done jack shit for bingo. I've gotten about let me check my tracker here, 72k Hunter XP and a Hydra Heart, and that's the extent of what I have contributed so far at the moment. It's not to say I won't contribute anything else, because again, I'm just trying to put my head down and be like, no, Hydra good, keep doing Hydra. But
I just got the wrong drop at Thermi. But it's money. It's money.
Oh, that was you who got that smoke mask?
Yeah. It's money.
Fun. But yeah, we're having a good time. I mean, we don't really have main title content for you guys this week. Michael and I realized that, like, damn, we have to record an episode this week because we just want to play bingo.
Yeah.
And we're not doing an episode next week, which is kind of like tradition for Xpwaste, where the week after bingo, we don't do anything. So neither one of us has to edit. We can both just like enjoy our burnout from RuneScape, because the minute this bingo's over, I'm turning this fucking game off and I'm playing something else. Jedi Survivor comes out on the 28th and I cannot wait. So I'm not going to be playing RuneScape after this for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm moving next week. Yeah. So this might be the last time you see me with this background. Quite honestly, that's a sad reality I didn't consider until now. So
Damn.
take it in, everybody.
F. Just a massive F.
Take it in. It
Pour
won't be
one
the
out
same
for
at all.
pour one out for the bison head in the background.
I know. I'm contemplating what I'm actually going to bring over to the new room, and I don't know that the bison head's gonna make the cut. We'll see, because I might go a little bit more like sleek and modern rather than just like throw a bunch of stuff on shelves. We'll see. I have to share the room with my wife, so she has to approve the decor.
Just like divide the room in half. So like half the room is just like RuneScape doodads, and the other half of the room is like crystals and quilting and shit.
I do know that like the postcards will be there. Yeah. Postcards, the fruit. That's the only two things I know for sure will be up on the wall.
So we don't like have traditional main title content. The only like super notable things that are happening at the moment, the beta is live for Desert Treasure 2 prayers, which I've not gotten to test out, which I'm quite disappointed at. So I might maybe jump on the GIM before they close,
Yeah,
but also,
I want to also.
maybe not. Because like I don't want to go on the main and like mess anything up.
We
for
should do it
bingo,
together.
It might not be too bad. But also we know what skill they're refining. And that's sailing.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this in an episode or if this was in a VC, but somebody was asking, like, hey, now that sailing's passed, are you guys going to talk about it? And honestly, no. Like, you probably won't hear anything from us until there's more like refined information, because they're in the refinement stage now. Sailing is passed. What more do we know? Nothing. We already had
I think it was,
you know,
kind of cool that it passed by like only a couple hundred votes.
yeah.
Like the community is like really pushing for Jagex to refine shamanism as well,
Yeah.
which like I could go either way on, because like you guys know I just didn't like the way shamanism was pitched. The training seemed really boring, and I didn't know like that. Reward space aside, shamanism just felt like a slog of a skill to train.
Mhm.
So I'm glad it was sailing, but I mean, it was wild how close it was. That's about the only notable thing you can say, because like Michael's right, we don't know anything else. We just know that sailing is going to get more refined.
Yeah.
You know,
The only thing we can say is like our opinion on the poll. I'm torn because I want to be happy that there's a new skill, and I got called out, and I'll admit it. I was a little elitist, not in the sense of like PVM elitist that you normally think of when that term, but like a maxed player elitist. I had that mindset of like, well, I'm only going to train this skill to 99 to get my max cape back, but like there's more depth and there's more to that than just what I'm what I'm thinking about with when it comes to that skill. So I don't remember who called me out, but thank you. You know who you are. I was being elitist, and if I'm thinking about sailing in more of a general term of like 1 to 99, and people definitely having like stops on the way there, it can be a lot of fun. I just think that the term sailing doesn't quite like describe what people think they want the skill to be, or at least it doesn't describe what I think I want the skill to be. When I think of a skill as they described it, I think more of like being exploration or cartography or something to where you're mapping islands and you're doing activities on those islands. Kind of like Animal Crossing, taking the plane boat and going to different islands and like exploring what that island has to offer, and it's a randomly generated
the
place.
issue with the animal, it wasn't randomly generated. There were like 20 options that you could go to.
Well, I mean, the
So
stuff on them, yes, the layout was always the same, but I'm pretty sure
No.
the stuff on them was always the same.
There was the bamboo island. There was the bell island where you like had to like cross the river to get, or like jump across to get to the bell rocks.
Gotcha.
There was the ones that were like it just had like trees and flowers and things like that. They were all unique and they were all fun. It's just I didn't think like Animal Crossing is not a great example of exploration. And who knows, maybe the name will change because people really are like, this skill is a meme from 2014. I don't like it. Like the Twitter discourse I have seen, like, I don't know why you guys are so goddamn angry about sailing. Can somebody please give me a good explanation on Discord or on Twitter why you guys are so upset that sailing passed? Like, I get, other than like I wanted shamanism instead, because like that's fair. Like I wanted taming, but like we all knew taming wasn't gonna make it. But like people are so upset that sailing passed. Like the last week or so on Twitter has just been like up in arms about how this skill is just a joke from whatever, and like, you know, like it's all rigged by Jagex. They're trying to push sailing, blah blah blah. Like, shut up and explain yourself for real. Like,
right.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think if the name changes, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I still think changing it to water or like, you know, Wetscape might be fun, just because I don't know what else, like, because you're doing a lot more than just like sailing a boat around. But maybe like Mariner or something might not be a bad pitch for a skill name instead of sailing, because like, you know, I don't think cartographer or explorer quite fit the amount of stuff you're going to do in the water. But I think if sailing isn't it, mariner might not be a bad shout.
Yeah.
Because that's also like a profession. Just like Tanzu and Vertoso brought up when we had them on a couple weeks ago. Like, all the skills are jobs. Woodcutter, smith, crafter, fletcher, things like that.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe that. I mean, sailor is also a job, though. So who knows? I think it can go either way. I'm content with the fact that it passed, obviously, because I thought the skill sounded super cool. But that's like it. Like, I feel like there's not. I feel like we're kind of letting you guys down this week because there's not much discussion to be had.
Yeah, unless we get really granular with the tiny changes or any sort of QOL stuff that they've done. You can do the Easter event. That was pretty fun.
Oh, I didn't do that yet. Damn, I should do that.
The Easter
Probably
event
going away
fun.
Wednesday, isn't it? I didn't do the Easter event. Like, what was the year where you got the door?
That was 2021.
Was that 21?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that one, and then I got it for 22. And I feel like I should do this one.
We should see,
because you get like
if the Easter event does go away Wednesday, then it's too late for the listeners. I don't know. They don't usually do it that quick. Easter was like last week. So
yeah, I don't know. It's an event, but holiday events are always fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean,
it was mod Manked. So remember Manked Up Mage, the content creator turned developer. It was his first event. So I think that's pretty cool. I applied for that job that he got, actually. Funny, and I like on a whim. I was like, I know I'm not going to get it because I'm not in the UK, and I don't have any sort of credentials to say like, yeah, you could probably be a content developer. But no, they emailed me back very kindly. They're like, thank you for applying, but we're gonna not accept you. But no, guys, it's gonna be a short one. So you want to send them to break? Are we good to go?
I feel disappointed doing so, but yes, because I feel like we could just continue to ramble, but I feel like it's almost better to just cut it short. So we do sincerely apologize. This week is kind of a bust. The second half of the episode is going to be the same.
Come
we
on
have
back.
Community question. We have achievement of the week. So
I've heard
you're gonna get some tried and true Xpwaste content coming up here.
Yeah,
I think. Do we have another postcard with a fun question on it too?
We do.
So yeah, the second half is going to be pretty classic Xpwaste. But the first half is just really, it's a disappointing segment from us, and we do apologize. So
if you're disappointed, definitely tell us about it. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Michael can't handle that.
I'll cry. I will cry.
The people are gonna do it for real now. They're gonna be like, "At Michael, this episode sucked."
No, it's a great episode. It's just if you're looking for the long form content, this is not the week for it. But I think, honestly, we've had enough 3-hour episodes to make up for our lack of talking.
You would be shocked at. I'm sure people are going to think.
Oh no.
People are do not think that is true. People are still calling for the 4-hour episode. So
we haven't done it, have we?
We got close with 99.
Maybe
99 was like 3 hours and 48 minutes or something.
Maybe 126 when we're maxed level.
God, That's an even number episode that I'm gonna have to edit. That's
150? Also even.
That sucks. Also even, Michael. Sick of these 4-hour episodes.
Hey, listen. One of these days, if we have a 4-hour episode, we should just cut it into 2 hours. You edit 2, I edit 2, and call it a day.
We'll see.
Anyway, we said we're going to break, and then we continue to ramble.
Yeah, it's break time, guys. We apologize, but have fun with this commercial. See you.
So, you're out of work, and you're looking for a career that'll bring purpose, meaning, and value to your life. Well, look no further. We have the opportunity for you. Here at the Grand Exchange, the customer comes first. One of our regulars always shows up wearing what I assume is like 1,000-year-old armor. Andy has one of those abyssal demons following him around, so I'm pretty certain he just owns this place. Here at the Grand Exchange, you'll find working conditions that are second to none, with employee comfort being one of our highest priorities.
Who thought it was a good idea to give our uniforms long sleeves? It's the middle of July, there's no roof on this place. I'm sweating my balls off out here.
Here at the Grand Exchange, we strive to make each and every day worthwhile for our valued staff.
Kids these days have no respect. I've been working here for 54 years, and I've never once heard a thank you from any one of these adventurers.
Here at the Grand Exchange, we pride ourselves on our calm and comfortable working environment.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I couldn't hear you. There's too many people screaming. They shout the same things all day long. It's like they're robots or something. Is nobody going to do anything about this?
Here at the Grand Exchange, employee health and well-being are among our top priorities.
Oh my god, she wanted all of it. She wanted all 600 million gold pieces. Do you know how much that weighs? I can't feel my legs.
So come on down to the Grand Exchange and submit your application to become one of Gillenor's happiest and healthiest employees. We look forward to serving you while you serve Gillenor, here at the Grand Exchange.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial because I know that I sure did. You guys know what time it is. Nothing like a super short segment leading directly into Patreon. Because that's what we do here. You know, we end the break with Patreon. We shout out the people who support us because we love them very dearly. And then we just continue with the Xpwaste shenanigans. So we're going to do just that. First things first, we have to shout out the brand new Wise Old Men this week, which I think is just the one. I think it's Austin G. So thank you for your support at the Wise Old Man tier. The rest of you Wise Old Men are going to be on the screen right now. There's going to be a little pop-up that Michael makes and updates every week because I don't think I have access to that file on Canva, but Michael does it every week and he's awesome. So shout out to Michael for doing that. But it is time now that we go into the other shout outs, and that is the KBD tier folks who support us at the KBD tier. This isn't me stalling while I filter the Patreons. This is me describing what we're doing. So without further ado, because I never had to stall at all, right? So with KBD kicking things off, we have Broix70, my dad. Hi, Dad. Cloud Kicker, Dicky Bird, EXP Enjoyer, JIM Stones, MB Jones, Lil Drakey, the Lord Jake himself, Mark, aka iSteam, Mount Birchfield, MT Birchfield. That's Mountain, right? MT is the abbreviation for Mountain.
I want to say it's his initials, but sure.
But like, also,
also Mountain.
Also Mountain could also be Mountain. I read your name and was like, oh yeah, we've got so and so, and then I read the email. I'm like, oh shit, that guy's in the clan. And Michael's like, yeah, that guy's in the clan. I'm like, yeah. So, hello, I know who you are. I just didn't know that it was your initials and not Mountain all this time. And who knows? Maybe it is Mountain. Anyways, continuing on, we have Rylithian, Soggy Waffles, Skooma92, Spartan Fire, Taco Ninja, the Big G Jordy, Crayola Cram, Toast No Toast, and Tuz Talk Coots. Thank you all for your kick-ass support over on Patreon. We really do appreciate it. We hope you guys appreciate the little perks we give you too, recording booth chat, getting shouted out on the show, the extra episode from Party Pete tier, and then just shout out to the Gnome Child for existing. You guys are pretty awesome. But I think shirts are coming soon, right? We had a bit of an issue with some of the shirts.
Yeah, shirts are coming soon. I think we haven't shown them, have we? Anyway, I don't know.
I don't know if we have or haven't. I thought it was like a printing issue. Like we had them, but I don't know how that got resolved.
Oh, I emailed the company and told them, you guys know me. I'm not generally a nasty person. I was as close as I could get to an angry customer without being an outright dick. I sent them a very strongly worded email that was like, this is unacceptable. That's like the most stern that I got. Cause like at least 10% of our entire order was just like, we can send the shirts, but they're bad.
They were like
crooked.
It was weird.
Or
yeah, they were crooked, or they like, instead of being center, they were like shifted off to one direction. Like, so we just had issues with some. I think some of them already got shipped out, correct?
So I am like 90% done with the shipping phase in the sense that I've got all the addresses in a spreadsheet and I just need to print out the labels. The labels will be smacked on the packages and then they're in the mail. So I'm planning to do that this week actually, because I mentioned that I'm moving. I'm not bringing these boxes to the new house.
No,
so
I wouldn't.
These boxes are going to the post office this week. So I'm going to figure that out. So depending on where you live, if you're international, I would expect like maybe a month. But if you're in the continental US, potentially a week or two from now, you should have a shirt in the mail. If you're
Here's
one of
to
the
hoping.
ones that signed up. So thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the shirt situation. We have them. We have all 150 of them. There's like 20 or 30 that need to be remade because we don't want to give you guys really janky shirts. But they're coming. We swear to God. Swear to God, they're on the way.
They'll be here before October. Or you'll have them.
They will be here before October. Fingers crossed. But yeah, if you want to support us over on Patreon, head over to patreon.com/Xpwaste and you can join at whatever tier, or don't join. I'm not your mom. I don't tell you what to do. You support us on Patreon out of the kindness of your hearts, and we appreciate each and every single one of you who do. It's time we shift over to the community question that our dear Michael has pulled up in front of him.
I do.
So, my good sir, do you remember what the community question from last week was? Because I sure as hell don't. Because we didn't have one last week. We had one 2 weeks ago.
Thank you for taking my thunder. We asked you guys 2 weeks ago. We asked you if you could pick a skill other than what they had proposed, what would it be? So, David R. says Scavenger maybe takes into account combat level, which but allows you to extract better loot from bosses or mobs. Can train it by the Artisan Slayer type contracts from Osman or another sketchy people or another sketchy person. Wilson says exploration. I mean, it's kind of sailing, right? Anyway. The Koi Fish says stock trading. Would love to see information about different small businesses going on in the Grand Exchange. Also seafaring instead of sailing. Seafaring. I like that word. That's cool.
I don't like the two skill names because no skill has two words.
Runecraft.
I don't like that. Runecraft is one word.
Runecraft.
Maybe but it's Michael. It's combined into one word. Maybe unless seafaring is
all
one word.
Yeah, seafaring is all one word.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then sick. Seafare. There it is. Awesome.
Dion says examining a frick ton of items to get into 99. I would do that all the time. I would love to train that skill.
I examine shit everywhere.
I would love to train that skill. Nathan G, I believe this is Nate Dog. I'm quite fond of RS3's archaeology. With DT2 coming, it's the best time to introduce it, to be honest. Archaeology, I've not done it in RS3, but I hear people say that it's like fun, but also not fun. I don't know. I've heard mixed signals. So Luke says cultism, make shamanism, but with different themes. Okay, don't like the name, but that's interesting. Zachary says, first off, the devs put the 3 best skills they came up with out for vote. There isn't a better one lurking in the background. If I had another skill, I'd want it to be detective. A detective skill. Would it pass? No. Grooch says, probably not enough content for an entire skill, but archaeology-related gameplay would have potential. Could definitely see sailing or shamaneering to have aspects of it, though. Shamaneering. Is that a new, like, a different phrase than shamanism?
I think they just meant shamanism.
Okay. Nice. Real crazy, says
Whoa.
Bard skill, because then Jagex could sell us on a plastic loots from their merch shop, and we could finally play loot heroes in the game. Loot hero. That's awesome.
Could you imagine you're doing oh my God. You know how wild that would be? You're going for there's a super difficult bard challenge, but it's actually just play the Inferno theme on legendary difficulty. There's 2,000 people watching AddyCon going trying to do this shit live on stream.
Isn't a lute a stringed instrument?
I don't know. Is a lute the string one?
I think a lute
maybe.
I think you're thinking of
what am I
flute.
thinking of? Flute? Whatever. I don't give a shit. It might be funny if it was a flute. It might be funny as hell.
Nice.
Could you imagine all these high level PVMers trying to learn how to play and not that they don't have any musical talent. A lot of people are musically talented, but I could do PVM, but you bet your whole ass I can't I can't play a lute or a flute well enough. And if it was don't do PVM to get your infernal cape, play the lute. That would be really fun and really annoying for everyone else in your house.
It'd be kind of fun though with the bard skill, because it would be an obvious slot in your inventory to take your instrument, or they would have an equipable slot. But then say you are in the Inferno and you have your instrument and it has magical abilities. So you're behind a pillar and you're just strumming your guitar, and then you just it gives you an ability of some sort. I don't know. I think bard could be fun.
Who knows?
Bard skill though, it doesn't fit the only problem with any of these skills is the naming convention, because bard,
Strength, range.
well, I guess that's true. Bard is it fits. Never mind. Moving on. Jacob M says, I just want group Slayer fixed or properly removed. Why is it still an option in the Slayer gem? Jacob is not salty. I don't know why, Jacob. I think they removed Slayer boosting because it was breaking metas or first. Yeah, who knows? I think it was allowing. I honestly think it was allowing level 3 accounts to train Slayer, and that was not how it was intended. But could be wrong. Discreetly says, Michael is way too fixated on getting to 99. I understand you're going to want your max heat back. I will too. But the new skill isn't about getting 99 and getting fast XP rates. It's about having fun. Yes, we covered this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. I understand that wholeheartedly, and I have since changed it to, I like sailing now. Christian says, Michael said it, exploration. It could encompass sailing and other skills. The best part is that it isn't designed around creating items, so it won't force a meta / best in slot changes just to stay relevant. So are we saying that the exploration is different than sailing? Is a different skill? I don't know. Bofa Cola says, while sailing is my favorite of the 3 currently proposed skills, I think the addition of an artisan-like skill would be cool. A skill-related Slayer-esque task system with various rewards would be fun. I would have to agree with you. I like Slayer, but I also like skilling. And if you combined them, you would make me happy. Lobotomizer says, bank standing. Let's give the people a skill we already love. Okay. And finally on Spotify, Kurt says, I made butter with my girlfriend last weekend. It's so much easier than you think. So it's so much easier than you think it would be. We used the leftover buttermilk to make our own ranch. Give it a shot, Oxy. Did you talk about butter?
I think we did. We talked about the. Yeah, we did.
Oh, did we talk about like making your own butter and like, yeah. Well, that's. Thank you, Kurt. Oxy's gonna go make butter now.
I'll consider it.
All right, moving on to our YouTube replies. I totally didn't just stall there for several seconds. Jordy says either invention but old school themed and not a complete copy and paste. Okay. I mean, I haven't done invention, but I hear that it kind of gave items a way to have value. So not just like a bunch of clue scroll rewards coming into the game, break them down, use them other places. I like it, but it also feels like it would be copy paste. Toast, no toast says cartography/discovery ? Where there are unexplored continents on Gielinor, and we as players are some of the first people to conduct expeditions and discover ruins / new species / an area with a living dinosaur, and we find out that there was a land bridge between land and Fossil Island, yada yada. This is off the rip idea, but we could essentially have the same thing with sailing if sailing is not Sea Slayer. I'm worried, sailing is just Sea Slayer, but I'm zero expectations. Mind is totally, I'm open to whatever. Valeric says archaeology. Give me some lore. Archaeology would be fun. That's the 4th time it's been mentioned, so the people want it. Jaggers, the people want it. Oakley says this is obviously unrealistic, but I'd kill for something like a cuisine skill. Legally distinct from cooking. That aims to test your creativity, letting you combine different monster parts and components to cook up new dishes and event foods with stat boosts depending on how you balance flavors and components. It might be cooking as Slayer is to combat, but allowing you to take on contracts from chefs and gourmets to find rare ingredients and cook new foods. Imagine sauteing Dagannoth meat in Hespori vinegar, or seasoning herby bacon with gargoyle rock salt. It may make use of a flavor system like Pokemon berries do, where each component has a different sour, sweet, spicy, butter, umami rating, depending on the taste profiles of your dish. You could even have cooking battles with other players where you are both given a stack of ingredients in the kitchen and would be challenged to cook a dish to a specific taste value. Example, a very spicy curry, and be pushed to figure out what the best combination of ingredients is for within that time limit. I may be a bit food obsessed. Okay. I just want you to know I read that entire thing without stopping. I'm very proud of myself. Oxy is too. That's well thought out. And I don't know if it fits into RuneScape, but like I could see that in RS3. They're bold enough to do something like that. So you never really know. Maybe pitch that on the RS3 Reddit, and then your dreams could come true. I know you like to cook, Oxy. Do you have any thoughts on that one?
I think it could be a fun RuneScape themed spin-off game.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah.
I think it could be a fun like RuneScape, like set in the RuneScape universe. Maybe a fun mobile game, maybe a fun browser game. I don't know if it works in RuneScape specifically because it's just cooking. It could be a fun cooking expansion, as much as I hate that argument for skills.
Yeah.
Would really modernize cooking. But I think the idea has got enough to like it's got enough to stand on that it could be its own like small spin-off game, you know?
Yeah. It's got legs.
Literally a mini game on the RuneScape website to like do cooking battles with people. Who knows? Could be fun.
Nice. Gray says Conqueror skill. Build an army of companions, various NPCs, and lay siege to existing cities and regions of Gielinor via battles alongside of your NPCs. Unlock and recruit new companions through specific requirements. Requirements could be man, goblin, gnome, dwarf, giants, white knights, etc. You have lieutenants like the Wise Old Man, Vanica, or Evil Dave to fight alongside you. Existing regions become available to conquer as the skill level increases, and the number of companions increase as the skill level increases. This can include specializations for each NPC to encourage strategy when team building and siege. Maybe include different mechanics for each region and a cool boss fight with the existing characters there. You know what this sounds like, Oxie?
You say this
Age of
sounds like a
Empires.
top-down RTS. So it's a
Yes.
top-down RTS, but it's RuneScape. That could be fun as hell.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, could you imagine like you get like the mythical unit unlocked, and then you get like Vorkath
oh my
crawling
gosh,
around
yeah.
or whatever? Like that could be quite a bit of fun.
I could
you know?
I could foresee like different like battle tables that you would visit around the world, and on these battle tables it plays out like a top down, but
Bro, you wanna talk about an entire engine rework to add an entire top-down RTS into RuneScape? Like that could be also like that's another fun spin-off game.
yeah actually
Like you could call it Rune Wars or whatever, and you select among, you could select among 6 gods, the 4 major God Wars dungeon bosses,
Wow.
Zaros, and then Seren.
yeah
And then you each have armies with like
What I was talking
various special units and various, like leader abilities and shit like that you could do. Like I hate the Age of Mythology system for special abilities because they're like one-time uses.
Mhm.
Like the Halo Wars method is fun. Like, can you imagine how cool that would be? Like you're leading an army of like, trolls and orcs and shit, and then you can call down flames of Zamorak on all the like the Saradomin paladins and shit.
Yeah.
And then you get like a again, you just like oh, I've reached the dragon age or whatever, the dragon tier age or whatever the highest age is, and then boom, here's Jad on your team now.
Oh, that would be
That would
so
be
cool.
that would be super cool. There's a lot of like fun potential for a game like that. That is 100,000% a whole ass other game.
Yeah.
But it would be a whole ass other game I would pre-order and play the dog shit out of. Because that RuneScape as a top-down RTS, that's mad potential right there.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
got some mad potential.
Age of Empires, copy and paste RuneScape characters and themes and worlds, and like you're there.
There's got to be a mod out there somewhere, right?
Come on.
There's got to be an Age of
do
Empires
it.
mod.
And finally, on the YouTube replies, Cloggin says, I would love something where the main perk is the higher you level, the more options you have with NPCs, including dialogue, but could also include effects like when thieving, you have an X amount of chance to distract your target, or you have a chance to use your big old brain to be more efficient in crafting, smithing, and harvesting resources. Not sure what I'd call it, but maybe something like wit or intellect or something like that. I like that. Like other MMOs and even D&D makes use of like intelligence and wisdom. So giving you the ability to have a better chance to do something would be kind of cool. So 99 intellect would give you, like you said, you can evade a target or be more efficient. I like that. I think of all of these, the one that you said would be a totally different game, the Conquering one, that one is definitely piqued my interest. Jagex, please make that. And then the intellect would be kind of cool.
I'm just picturing now someone's like, hello, and welcome back to my no intellect locked Ultimate Iron Man. This is stupid Letix, where I don't learn a single thing ever, and I don't do any skilling. I just murder shit. Join me as I do, I don't know, something.
Yeah. It would be like prayer, but for skilling. I mean, you could use intellect or wisdom for melee and combat, but I imagine it would have most uses within things outside of combat. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone who answered the last 2 weeks, actually. The last 2 weeks question from 2 weeks ago. If you want to answer this week's question, it will be, if you could make a bingo tile, doesn't have to be anything specific, doesn't have to be like a serious, it can be a silly one. What would it be? We want to know. We asked you last year, and did we have any? I don't know. We didn't even look at those suggestions. Maybe we'll like make it a point to look at the suggestions for fall bingo. Anyway, you could make a bingo tile. What would it be? You can answer that question on the community questions section on Spotify, or the pinned comment of this YouTube video. Oxie, it's your turn, sir.
Indeed it is. I feel like a very long community question section.
Yeah. I just can't read properly.
Well, I can't read.
I can't read. I'm going to log back in and
All right.
kill Thermi now.
He's gonna log. He logged out, gentlemen. He's ready. He's back. He's killing Thermi. He's gonna put his feet up for achievement of the week because that's what time it is, folks. It's achievement of the week time. We're gonna kick things off with combat, just because I'm feeling wild and crazy. Combat's also thick as this week. We have, I think, 9 fire capes, so we're just gonna start off with that. It's a good week. Technically, it's 2 good weeks, but still. A lot of fire capes to start here. We have Arjun, Griffin, 8-Bit Lambs, MJ Still, Chambo. I think that's how you say that name. Chambo. Avegnor, who I have been saying is Avenger all week long. It is not. It's Avegnor. Veckrel, Doc Bear, with no relation to Doc Hart, interestingly enough, and Elvish. Congratulations. I think that's 9 first fire capes this week.
Whoa.
Or in the last 2 weeks. So people have been like, this achievement of the week can be summed up as people knew bingo was coming and then lost their goddamn minds and just did so many skilling and like PVM things to like get to like a better position for bingo. But I'm gonna be proud of each and every one of you. Great guns, I can't speak. We have more first completions, though. We have just so many Gauntlet. I think so many people did Song of the Elves, and so many people did Gauntlet in the weeks leading up to bingo. Hunchy34, one of our captains, completed his first Gauntlet. Griffin, again, showing up this week in combat, killed his first Zulrah. The Meat Wagon killed Zulrah. I think was Meat Wagon the one who took like 68 attempts? He finally got it. Iron Jake Stab also got their first Zulrah. Danish Deity, within like a day or two of each other, got their first Gauntlet and their first Corrupted Gauntlet, and has been spooned as hell on the drops from what we've seen. Elvish, again, appearing in Achievement of the Week, got their first Gauntlet KC. Spectre Adelaide, which I don't know why, that name, Spectre Adelaide, that's a good name. You got a good name there. They got their first Zulrah KC. Chast or Chaste, I'm not actually sure how to say that with the double S. Chast got their first Corrupted Gauntlet kill, as did West Virginia Mountain Man, aka Zach, as did Mike Oxmall. So we got a lot of first Corrupted Gauntlet this week. Y'all are killing it in the Corrupted Gauntlet. Literally, Hunlif is dead, and you got your first kill. Congratulations. Moving on, we have a couple people doing some fun stuff at TOA. Mudborn and Broic70 both got their Missouri crafting kits, while Sabretooth, aka Gambler, one of our Aussie boys, got his Menophyte ornament kit.
Ooh.
He used the shadows that he got, because shadows plural in solo raids. Shadows plural. He used those, and he's just up in the gear and up in the skill. We've got some combat achievement completions as well. My boy Sir Thormac completed his easy combat achievements. Hoofhearted completed the easy and the medium combat achievements. And Suffix, who would not be shown up by that, completed the easy, medium, and hard combat achievements. Probably all within the same day. I think a lot of people did a shit ton of achievement diaries this week too. No one got their diary cape, but the amount of like hard and elite diary completions we saw pop up, y'all were one of them. Suffix just reminded me, because I think he not only did he do all the combat diaries, he did a shit ton of hard diaries too. So, you know, just stuff like that. You guys are doing awesome. Finally, in the combat category, Jacob, aka the Old J, received his first Infernal Cape this week.
Whoa.
And did not hesitate to call me out because he got it with his own gear. But in any case, congratulations to you, Jacob. It's finished. You can play the game. He posted the picture of beating Zuck, and then he posted the picture on Max Island with his Infernal Max Cape. So he's good. He can play the game. No more Max Cheese. You're free, my friend. You're free. You literally never have to go back.
You can quit.
You don't have to quit. I'm not saying you should quit. I'm just saying you never have to go back to the Inferno if you don't want to. It's okay. You can rest now. But moving into the miscellaneous category, we have a shit ton of quest capes too, which is always good. We have a lot of fire capes and a lot of quest capes. It's a good week. And I know people were banging out quests for bingo too. So, kicking things off with the quest capes, making his double-double this week. Griffin got his quest cape. Valeric got his quest cape, as did the Tiger Guy, Wargus the Old, DWZK, and one of my favorite names as of late, Loves to Spooge. Just every time it pops up, it gives me a little giggle. So, congratulations to you, new quest cape enjoyers. Doombar also received his music cape this week, so people are out jamming, you know? Finally, we're getting into the skilling category. Unsurprisingly, we have a lot of 99s. Because it's pre-bingo. People are really trying to smash out these 99s, so we're just going to get right into it. Fortimus achieved 99 herb lore and 99 fire making 99 fire making, that column all the way over there on the right. That's his first completed 99 column. Cole got 99 herb lore. Did Cole max?
Not yet.
Yeah.
He has like 2 levels of construction, but he's waiting for the Inferno Cape.
Oh, right. I was like, am I stupid and just missed the fact that Cole maxed? No. Yeah, Cole's 2276. But he's how far is he away from? Yeah, he's got like all of 98 to 99 construction, and then he's got a max cape.
Like an
so
hour and a half.
Keep pushing the Inferno, Cole. But congratulations on 99 herb lore. Rosgin got 99 Wizard at TOA, 99 Mage. Parker J with 99 Crafting. Blastoise level 99 with the double 99 this week. He and 99 Cum always throw me off because with muscle memory, I type 99 and then just go to the next person without realizing that I didn't write what they achieved. So Blastoise level 99 achieved 99 Strength and Range this week. Chris squared and then cubed got 99 Farming. Sickness got 99 Strength. Chambo, again with the double-double this week, got 99 Thieving. Mike Oxmall with his double-double got 99 HP. Silverback with a double 99 range and 99 attack. Goose with 99 Mage. I almost had 99 range, 99 Mage. Blaze Fire 420 achieved 99 attack. Beefy Coco achieved 99 farming. Wagoner achieved 99 mining. Crayola, or Talonworn, Crayola. I'm still shook at that revelation from a couple weeks ago. But Crayola got 99 magic. Seth, the salted one, the snaky snail salted Seth, got 99 prayer. And I think he killed Tyler and buried his bones for it. So,
classic.
Which, if you guys don't know, I have a stack of all my friends' bones for the last year. So every time you die with me in PVM, I may get an effort to run and grab your bones.
And he doesn't bury them out of disrespect.
I don't bury them out of disrespect, but I'm going to bury them all when I get 99 prayer.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think that's how I'm going to get. I'm going to bury my friends' bones
You're not even
to get 99
sacrifice
prayer.
them to an altar?
I might do that. I think Russ died at Corp yesterday, and he said turn my bones into ecto tokens. So maybe I'll do all sorts of fun stuff because it's just a pile of bones.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations to you, Seth, on 99 prayer. Egg Rangoon achieved 99 strength.
Now I'm hungry.
A guy named Sparry achieved 99 crafting. Ice 9 chills, 99 hit points. Pumpernickel Pig, who has a different in-game name, and I forgot what it
Doom
is.
83.
Is your very that's Doom 83?
Yep.
That's our Resident Peak hair?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Well, he got 99 range and 99 strength. Scotty just got the Abyssal Orphan. That's
Damn.
hype. First on Sire, too.
Wow.
That's awesome.
What a spoon.
Yeah, that is super cool. Fumble Swing achieved 99 HP. Butter 6000 achieved 99 farming. Zero Splat coming in with 499s. I lied. 99 range, Slayer, fire making, and farming.
Whoa.
And also maintained an untrimmed Slayer cape.
Oh, neat.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So first 99 being Slayer, that's actually pretty impressive. Francine 1225 achieved 99 crafting. 99 cum, again, like I said, throws me off, achieved 99 mage. And Huntsman Os, I think this morning, achieved 99 magic as well. Holy shit, that's a lot of 99s. like I said, granted it was a 2-week period,
Yeah.
so it's always a little longer when we take a break for the achievement of the week, but so much of that came specifically because of bingo. So you guys really can do some great shit when you're motivated to improve your accounts. Always stay motivated to make your accounts better. Because like some people were following just like post updates every time they get a level. So like Taco Ninja's one of them. I can't wait for that guy. I think it's Taco Ninja anyways. To get 99 farming. Because he's posted a farming level I think once a week for a while
Nice.
now. So I'm excited. I'm excited for him to get that. But like that's just an example of, we're paying attention to what you guys are getting, and it's just fun to watch you guys do stuff like this. So congratulations to everyone. As always, if you achieve something awesome and you want to show it off and tell us about it, head over to discord.gg/OSRSTNL and post about it in our levels and achievements chat. We love to see it. Literally, we do. We have a whole section dedicated to it. Any achievement is worth posting, whether it's 1100 total level or an Infernal Max Cape. We don't care. It's super cool to watch. We have a lot of other fun stuff too, because again, objectively, best Discord server for old school RuneScape in the world. Yeah, like I said, it's been confirmed by multiple sources. We are the best. There is no disputing it. We are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, come hang out. We'd love to have you guys. It's gonna look a little dead because we're in bingo.
Yeah.
If you don't have the Springo roll, you haven't seen the 100+ people in VC all day, every day for the last couple of days.
Pretty cool.
It's been pretty cool. But yeah, we promise it will go back to normal here eventually when bingo is over. But
it might it might also be dead after bingo, just because bingo burnout is a thing.
After bingo, the post bingo burnout, I'm not gonna be playing RuneScape. Michael's not gonna be playing Rune. Post bingo we're awesome, but we might not be active after bingo. But either way, come hang out. I'm a bit biased, but I think it's a pretty good time. I think you guys will like it. I do think, though, far more importantly, it is time we get into what everyone is here for. And that's the fun question.
Got it right here.
On a postcard, no less. Hell yeah.
ASMR. Postcard ASMR for you.
Give the old smack, 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 smack.
Pantaloons. That's a game. That's an item in game that Cloudkicker just got. That's fun. So this one is from, I can only assume it's WV Mountain Man because they signed it WVM. So if this wasn't WV Mountain Man, I'm going to be very embarrassed, but you didn't give us much to go off of. So shout out to Submediant. Fun question. That's actually on there. Shout out to Submediant. Fun question. Actually, no, we're gonna set this up correctly. Oxie, what time is it? It's fun question time.
It's did we not do that?
I don't know.
What?
I zoned out and now I'm back. So it is fun question time. On a postcard, we're very excited. We get postcards occasionally, and on them are fun questions. And I'm going to read it now. There, I set it up for you. Fun question. If you could pick your favorite Xpwaste moment and add it into the game as part of a new quest, what would it be? And they gave us a little example. They said, I would add a beginner level quest where Oxie is the final boss. It's very intimidating when he shows up with his monk robes and Infernal Cape, but he ends up Brian Saber specking himself in the head in the quest before the fight even begins, and then he's KO'd. I almost died at Thermi just now. That's great.
It's a really dramatic lead up to the boss fight where I hit myself for a 99 and die immediately.
That's freaking awesome. Yeah. So there's a lot of moments in the show that I feel like either it's a moment or it's a segment, right? So like, if we had a fun question one, that could be it could be like a really easy quest where you just have to go around and interview people. Like they're building a new city and they're like interviewing for positions. You have to go around and ask questions, but like the questions you're given are really silly questions. Like, hey, if you could have a cat that could stand on a tree, what would you name it? I don't know, something silly like that. I don't know. Like, I think for me, the like the drinking episodes are some of my favorite. And if you could incorporate the drinking aspect of sitting around answering questions from people, but in a quest. So maybe you go and you talk to a bartender and you're not necessarily looking for a quest, but he hands you a special drink and then a cutscene ensues. And then you finally meet an NPC as they walk in, and you sit down together, and I don't know, they get to asking you questions, and then that turns into, well, if you really want to know the answer, you have to go and interview this guy at this other pub, and then it just bar crawl to like Mima said.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this in I don't know what episode it was, but I feel like we brought it up before, because I love the idea of a quest of like, we woke up in the middle of the night and someone stole my infernal cape and they stole your max cape, and we have to go on like a detective hunt to try to get them back, because those are arguably like, those happened within like an episode of each other. I don't know if you remember, but I think like the episode, I think it's like 85 and 86 or something like that is max cape and infernal cape. Maybe it's 87 and 88,
Really?
but like,
Right.
I think so.
I got my max cape when you were here, and then you got your infernal cape the week before.
Yeah, I got my infernal cape right after Thanksgiving. I think it was they're an episode apart, because you open the episode with where at least one of us will get our capes this year, and I open the episode with where one of us has an infernal cape and one of us doesn't. So being two of the most significant moments of the past year, I think waking up to find that they're both gone and we have to find them. Maybe you're traveling with Oxie and Michael. You're traveling with us to find where these capes are. But the only leads you keep getting are different tavern leads. And the only way they'll give you information is if you buy their special drink. So you just get belligerently drunk while trying to find the capes.
Yeah.
Only to find that, like, they're just, like, left in the car. Like, you go through this whole big rigmarole. You travel across Gielinor. You, me, and Michael are blackout drunk by the time we get back to, like, the Blue Moon Inn. And then someone's like, oh, shit, we just left them in the trunk of the carriage. That's crazy, dude. And then die.
Or
like, we just we take like 99 hit points and we wake up in like the hospital, the desert, or something like that.
Or you find out that it's like the classic Spider-Man thing where Aunt May took it to the cleaners. Like, where's my suit? I was washing it. Like somebody had just taken them to the dry cleaners for us. We didn't know. Yes.
I think that would
like
be a good one. I think the other one that I have, I mean, we've had a lot of fun interviewing people, you know?
Yeah.
I think the most memorable for me is definitely Hanani, just because of how much physical pain I was in throughout that episode. So I think maybe Michael and I are bosses, but you have to make us laugh to deal damage. Because that's exactly what happened. I a lot of damage was dealt to me that day by laughing so hard. I had a migraine for I think 4 hours after that episode because I laughed so goddamn hard.
Yikes.
So that might be a fun one. Yeah, like other I don't know. I think the bar crawl for me takes it for sure. But I also think making you and I laugh to kill us as a boss. Kind of like Grotesque Guardians, only you're telling like stupid ass jokes the entire time. And like there's different joke styles that work for Michael and I. Like Michael likes, you know, like what's the deal with dragon darts kind of jokes, and I like dad jokes, and you have to like strategize on what joke. I don't know, something like that, because it was just such a good time. There's been a lot of fun moments on the show, but we've been doing it for a long damn time.
2 years now.
Well, a little over 2 years. I think when I got home for Easter, like, how's the show? I'm like, it's good. We're gonna release episode 104 this week. We're like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, we've been doing it for a while. we've been doing Xpwaste for quite some time.
Going on.
But
thank you. What I can only assume to be WV Mountain Man. Appreciate you for that fun question. Guys, if you want to send us a fun question, Oxy has something to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, that was a fun question.
Yeah.
That was a good time. I wish, like, I bet you if we went through and we combed through all of our old episodes, we would find some moments that are a lot of fun. I think, like I said, I think the two biggest moments, arguably, that happened on the show that don't involve getting blackout drunk are the Max Cape and the Infernal Cape.
Yeah.
Because the Max Cape was big in the sense that, like, everyone was there, literally. And then I was there in the episode.
Yeah.
Like, we were in the same room for your
Right.
Max Cape party. And then the Infernal Cape, call me a little bit biased, but that cold opener is cold as hell for that episode.
Icy.
Like,
cold.
that's one of the hypest pieces of content I've ever made in my entire life, I think, for the Infernal cold opener.
I think the Springo trailer takes a bit of a
Springo trailers up there.
Yeah,
The Springo, if you guys aren't, if you guys aren't in Springo, you didn't see the thing. We might leave a description. We'll leave the link. Jesus, we'll leave the link to the video in the description. But it's a trailer we made for Springo. It's unlisted right now because it may or may not use copyrighted music that we can't monetize.
Yeah, right.
So we leave it unlisted so you guys can watch it. But it's hype. I went on PVM trips with a bunch of clan members and a bunch of friends from like January to March and just secretly filmed people recording to get fun cinematic shots of bosses. And I've been thinking about doing the trailer for a long time, but it's just fun as hell because everyone is in it. It feels like it's not just me going around getting like shitty B-roll. Like it's clan members actively doing content together. Yeah. And I thought that's going to make this the funnest part of this video is like people are going to be like, holy shit, that's my name. Like I remember going on that raid or I remember going to Corp or KQ. Like that's, stuff like that. So the Springo trailer is pretty hype.
I was going to suggest we put it at the end, but you're right. The copyright would kind of.
Yeah, the copyright will really kind of throw us off with the monetization there. Which sucks because like it's a reorchestrated version of O Fortuna by Carl Orff. That's public domain. So da 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 da. We won't get demonetized for that, but because they reorchestrated it and they copyrighted it themselves, the people who made it, Hidden Citizens or whoever it is, it's their piece, but it's like privatized for them now, so we can't do it, which like I was worried about for the last episode we released, or the last one I edited, the skilling one, because I had to do some research to figure out if La Rimosa was public domain or not, but it is. So
nice.
That's how that song was able to be in there and not get muted, because I think after like, is it 80 years or 120 years or something like that, pieces become public domain,
right? Unless you re-up the copyright.
Yeah, but like some, like I think Happy Birthday is public domain, for example. Like you can sing Happy Birthday and not get demonetized.
Somebody used to own it, but may not.
So, like people used to own like Ode to Joy probably would have been like copywritten, but it came out a long time ago. So you can put Ode to Joy as long as it's like as long as it's not a copyrighted version, I'm pretty certain you can put it wherever. If you just get like a symphony orchestra recording of Ode to Joy, you should be fine to put it in pieces of content. What other music is completely copyright free?
RuneScape music. So just put RuneScape music in all your trailers and shit. It's perfectly fine. Including RS3 music, which was another hype part for me. I think with the cold opener, what gets me the most about it is the fact that the RS3 version of Dream has that heroic lead up. And then you get the do 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 do. That was for me, I think, the coolest part of that. But the Springo trailer is also pretty hype. Yeah. We could definitely probably do more of this if we look through our episodes. Oh, yeah. This is a fun question. Yeah. We could have a whole episode. Just like theory crafting quests. Oh, I got the occult.
Hell yeah. Ooh. Ow.
Like right at the end of the episode too. That's
nice.
Fun.
I've gained 217k Hunter XP, so we're 10% of the way through that tile.
Very nice.
Chunking through.
Gotta post this in my team chat. Cult necklace. Anyway, folks, I'm not going to end the episode. Oxie will.
I am, and I'm gonna say, Michael, do we think it's time to end the episode?
I do think it's
And
time.
he's gonna say, I do think it's time. So we're gonna send you guys home. If you're still playing, there's a couple days left in bingo. Keep pushing. The game's not over yet, folks. Bingo's not over yet.
The weekends.
Even though my team has a huge lead on everybody else when this episode comes out, because that's the thing that's gonna happen. It's that you can still fight for second place. But go look at all of our socials. I saw one of my friends in game and got distracted on Fossil Island for a second. Go look at all of our socials. There's a link in the description down below. Twitter, TikTok, all that fun stuff. Go check all that out. Yeah, support us on Patreon if you would like. Join our Discord, because that's the coolest thing you could possibly do. And yeah, have fun.
Have fun.
That's at the end of the
Literally.
day. Be kind and have fun. That's how we're gonna end this episode, because I just want to play RuneScape.
Let's go
you
play
guys.
RuneScape.
I just want to play bingo with the
Let's
boys.
go.
I'm sorry, but
Let's go. You too, listener.
been-
Go play RuneScape.
go play RuneScape, folks. With that, we shall see you not next week, but the week after. Enjoy See you.